It's a lovely Friday afternoon. You're still tuning into Millenium Television. Thank you so much for joining us for another edition of the Nation of Pulse right here on Millenium TV. It is good to know that you are tuned in, our dear viewer, and thank you so much for finding time to be part of the program this afternoon. On the program this afternoon, we feature former Petauke Central Member of Parliament, Honorable Emmanuel J. Banda, who you all know that is in exile as we speak. My name is Lovisa Chilufia. Do tune in on our new Top Set Decoders on Channel 95 and, of course, on our Facebook page. It is Millenium TV Zambia. Do leave us a comment in our comment section and also do send us a message to the number that is on your screen when our phone line is open so that you can be part of the conversation. Honorable J. Banda, good afternoon.
Thanks so much. My name's Emmanuel J. Banda, former Member of Parliament for Petauke Central Constituency. Yeah, currently in a foreign land. So thank you, and my regards to all the viewers, and all the viewers are most welcome to contribute anything. And remember, even before and now, all the criticism are welcome, except insults. Thank you.
All right. Honorable J. Banda, thank you so much once again for making time for us today and for us to just have this conversation. I know that you have been, interacting with the public here and there on your Facebook, via your Facebook account, a Facebook page rather, and just speaking to certain issues pertaining to Zambia. But I want us to begin with, how you are doing from the time that you left, you decided to leave the country, and how you are as we speak.
Yeah, thanks so much. For me, I can say I'm doing fine, as you can see now. Yes, it was difficult before because I wasn't well, but now I think you can see that I've recovered well. So, and right now I'm busy with school, and also I'm doing work and school. So I can't say that there are so many challenges. Yes, of course, the challenges can be there, but I'm equal to them.
How's it been living in a foreign land?
Yeah, it's for me, I can say it has been good to me because I'm sure I just accepted to say at each and every time, God usually prepare a person. So I can't blame to say, why am I going through this myself? No, it's God's time is the best. So I'm sure this is what God had prepared for me to go through. And also this route I'm going through, it's also preparing me for something. It's only God who knows where I'm going and where He's taking me. So I'm not even supposed to complain or to do what, or to start saying, no, why am I going through this, that? No. I just leave everything to God. Because God is the one who knows our journey, each and everyone. God is the one who knows our journey.
Right. With the time and periods that you've been away, Honorable, have you taken time to reflect on maybe things that you would have done better while you were still in the country?
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that, but to tell you the truth, I don't have any regrets to whatever is going on, because as I've told you to say, God, the Almighty Creator, is the one who created each and everything on earth and has prepared the journey for each and everyone. And I'm sure the journey which was prepared for me, it's the same journey I'm going through. And for me to go through this journey, I don't know, maybe there was something which I was lacking, because right now I'm busy going to school, studying, which those maybe when I was home, I was not going to have that time because I was busy at home. I was busy, constituency level to take care of the people, and then even not just the people from the constituents, my family, and even the Zambian family, because I was not representing only my constituents, I was representing the whole country, because the lawmaker is your job is to make laws. So those laws, they are not only for the constituents, no, but it's for the whole country.
UK. How does it make you feel now that the people, a constituency, and the people that were that are very dear to your heart, that you were representing in Parliament, we saw you so many times speaking for the people of Petauke. How does it make you feel now that you're able to speak for those people that you love so dearly?
Yeah, it's my roadmap. It's unfortunate that I didn't finish my roadmap, but I'm sure the people they can see. They saw a leader in me, and they have seen what I've done. And that's why even in my absence, up to now, they are still putting me into God's hands for protection, so that one day I should finish what I started, because the gap is there. The shoes which I left, they're very big. It's difficult for someone to fit in these few months, let's say a year plus. It's difficult to fill in, because whatever I started, it was it's the things which I planned. So for someone to continue, because he doesn't know how I started those things, so it's difficult. And the people, every day we are communicating with the people of Petauke. We are talking with the good people of Petauke. We are planning. So I can assure to you to say, not everything has gone to waste, and God's time is the best. So soon, I'm sure soon, we'll reunite again.
What's the feedback from the people of Petauke?
Sorry?
What's the feedback from the people of Petauke, since you have been you've been talking, and obviously you're getting feedback of what is obtaining on ground? What is their feedback?
The feedback is just on me. The people of Petauke, they have been, because the things which we had planned, we planned a lot of things to do. But right now, it's difficult for some other things to finish, because the new member of parliament, yes, maybe he's not, I can say, he's not aware of some of the things, how we started and how we are doing it. So now he's learning them. So the process of learning, and then for you after learning it takes time. And right now we are only remaining with, I think, 8 months, if I'm not mistaken, for Parliament to be dissolved. And then for that 8 months, for him to learn and to do things to implement on the ground, it's difficult.
What are some of these plans that you speak about that you had for Petauke constituency and the people of Petauke, that you think maybe the current member of parliament might not be able to deliver before parliament is dissolved?
No, I'm not saying that he can't manage to deliver. He can manage to deliver, but I'm saying because of time, it will be difficult for him. You see, it will be difficult for him, because this is now when he's learning. To say, oh, this thing, it goes like this and this and this. Whereby me, I had a year of induction to learn about all those things. I had a year, you see. But now him, if we remove a year, how many months is he going to remain with? You see.
Right.
Yeah.
That is why I still ask, are there any particular plans that you had for the people of Petauke that you feel that by now, as we're talking about just a few months to the 2026 general election, these are plans, and these are plans you'd have seen coming to completion in Petauke?
Yeah, let's talk about education sector. Education sector, in Petauke, I had done almost each and every polling station. I had put at least a school which you can point at. In the health center, each and every polling station. We agreed with the people of Petauke to say by 2026 we should have health posts or centers almost to each and every polling station, so that at least the people, they can have access to health facility, so that we can reduce the death rate.
Right.
Because when we took over in 2021, people were moving just to access health facility about 20 kilometers. But at least from 2021 to date, we have managed to reduce at least the people. Most of the people, 75% of the people, they only cover 5 kilometers to health center. So you can imagine from 20 to 5. So which is a good thing. When we come to agriculture sector, the people of Petauke, most of them, we use animals. We don't use machinery like tractor and other things. No, we use animals, and those animals, they never used to have water. So we had we agreed with the people of Petauke that by 2026 we should, each and polling station, every polling station should have a dam. And I'm sure when you go there to Petauke, there are some dams we can point at, which we had started. And I'm sure by next year, they'll be able to do maybe 40 to 50% of what we promised. Yeah, then when we look at road network, we agreed to say we're supposed, and last year in May, we had commissioned the works on road network to work on all the gravel roads across the constituency. But, they stayed without, when I was going through purification, when I was going through all those things, abduction, this, you saw there was no one to represent them. So last year, no any road networks. That program we had started to work on the road. That's how it stopped. And from last year up to now, the roads are still the same. So the people are still complaining. And Petauke, 95% are farmers in Petauke, and they need good road network. So without good road network, it's difficult to sell their crops.
Right.
That's why we had agreed to say we need to work on the roads. Suppose we had started, because in 2022 we had started working on the roads, but we were stopped to say the government through the DNS, they will do the roads by the government. They stopped us. Then we waited for them. They were nowhere to be seen until 2024. I said, enough is enough. Let's start doing it. That's when again I faced persecution.
Right.
So the things like to the road networks, they have just up to now people complaining. Believe me, we have got a lot of the MP right now has got a lot of work to do. But I know the politics which is there. This is why I said that it's difficult for the current MP now, for the new MP, because he needs to understand how to challenge these people. Because remember, when you're in opposition, there's politics at play.
Right. Honorable, from the time that you took over as Member of Parliament for Petauke was the same time the UPND government came into office, and from the time that the UPND took over office, we've seen an increase in CDF allocations to various constituencies. Would you say that with the increment in CDF, the constituency that you're representing did show some, some form of development? Would you say that with the CDF monies that were allocated to your constituency did help with developing the constituency?
Yes, yes, it really helped, and that's why I'm sure you see to say they tried to create a by-election so that maybe they can grab that constituency, but they failed. Why? It's because the work and the relationship which we built with the office of the MP and the people, or the good people of Petauke. That's why it was very difficult for the ruling party. You can imagine the whole country, they have tried to create a lot of by-elections, but only Petauke, they failed because of the good work I was doing in Petauke, and the relationship I built with the office of the MP and the people of Petauke.
All right, Honorable, let us speak about, the relationship that you had with the former head of state, the late sixth Republican president of Zambia. At the time, I think your last days in the country, we did see that you and President Edgar Lungu became very close. We saw you being closer to the former head of state, who's late now. Maybe this is an issue that you haven't spoken to. We've seen your posts on your social media platform, but these are issues that you haven't really spoken to. And maybe would want to hear, since we haven't laid to rest the former head of state, how you remember ECL.
Yeah, for me, thanks a lot. For me, I respect my constituency, the constituency where I come from, and our village where I come from. We respect a lot of culture, and we don't talk these matters before we bury. That's why I'm sure you have seen, even on my page, I've been quiet. Haven't been talking a lot. It's because we haven't yet buried. But I can assure you to say, after burial, I'll have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. And for me, I believed in the former head of sets, because the things we used to do, things which he did for Mother Zambia, even Petauke itself, there are a lot of things. When we talk about development, capital projects, look about the capital project which he did in Eastern Province. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things whereby you almost each and constituents, there's a very big capital project which he left. So because of that, that's what made me to believe in him. That's even the time when he said to say, I've come back in politics. You saw me going with him into Eastern Province, going with him into Copper Belt, going with him around Central Province, Lusaka Province, and I'm sure you know how politics is because of the same things. I'm sure that's why I'm here. Don't regret, because I believed in him and I believed in loyalty.
All right. Maybe the personal relationship that you shared with the late, apart from maybe your political relationship.
Yeah, for me, he was my father. For me, he was my father. He wasn't just a person, no, but he was my father. And he's the father where he was my father, and also even to my children, he was my father, because even if I'm not around, my children would go to him and they will see that in him. So I'm sure that it explains a lot.
Right. As a politician, are there any lessons that you'd pick up from the former head of state, or maybe something that you looked at and you think as a young politician, I would want to do this. This is something that I admired from the former head of state. Is there anything that you'd want to emulate from him?
Yeah, there are lots. First, it's loyalty. Loyalty, he is a man who believed in loyalty. Also, he's the man who believed in hope. Hope. He will tell you, even when things are hard, he will just tell you to say, you should have hope, to say, tomorrow things will be okay. And whatever is happening, it's for a reason. God's time is the best. If today things haven't gone on your way, just know to say it's God who has rejected those things to go ahead. He's got another way which you hope, which he's going to open for you. So you should have hope, loyalty, and also he was a man of peace. You know, when he's wrong, he used to accept his wrong, and then he will go there, despite his position. He will go even in public to say sorry. And you know, the sorry, it's yes, it's a simple letter, sorry, but a lot of people, because of pride, it's difficult to say sorry. But him, it wasn't difficult for him to say sorry. Even to you, as young as I am, if he had seen to say he has done something bad to me, he would come to me and say sorry. So for that, I respect him a lot. And he's also a man who also, he taught us also not, it's better to choose peace. He believed also in peace.
Right.
Even if you can see that maybe there will be a lot of differences there, but when he see a lot of differences there, he will choose to say, no. Even if those people that are the ones who are wrong, he will take the responsibility to be wrong so that peace can prevail. That's how he was.
Right. Right. Just maybe from the top of your head, Honorable, I know you don't want to go into detail. You react to what is currently obtaining on ground with regards President Lungu's the repatriation of his remains, the Lungu family, the issues between the Lungu family as well as the government?
Yeah, thanks a lot. For me, I can tell you to say, we are not happy with what is going on, because we thought when the government declared to say they have cancelled the national mourning, which means he wanted the former president to rest so that he can be buried according to his wishes. But we are surprised whereby the matter on the burial day, the matter went to court. That wasn't good. And even to our culture, it's not good that you can only use the court as the last option when we try to involve all the stakeholders in the country. But when I can ask, after seeing things, we have seen to say almost all the stakeholders that have been involved in this issue. And some of them, like the traditional leaders, up to now, they said that they don't know that there's a funeral. Why? It's because they were not involved. And this is not the first funeral we have for the former head of state. We had even the one also which wanted even to go like in a court way for the first Republican president. taken. But because of the leadership, good leadership which was there, you saw that there was peace. And you never saw even the family to be insulted because even the matter went to court, or even the cadres issuing a lot of statement. No, because there was leadership, and the leadership which was there under ECL, he had issued instruction to say, no, leave this to the government to handle it, not every cadre to start issuing a statement. That's why you find that now where we are being embarrassed in the region, even in the world, the whole world, because we are the only country in the world who have kept the funeral with a lot of confusion, even to court, even going into 3 months now.
Do you think the issue that you speak about of traditional leaders, you not being informed about the funeral, and you spoke about this in your live address, do you think that, traditional leaders coming out in a way they say that they were not informed about the funeral, had they been aware that there is a funeral, do you think that probably they would have helped, in this impasse?
Yeah, because the traditional leaders and the church, they're the stakeholders. But look, that's what I've said to say, in ECL, I learned one thing, which when there's a mistake, he used to take responsibility as a leader. So even right now, the government, the leader of the government, who is the president, is supposed to take responsibility. You see? He's supposed to take responsibility, because first, the ones who have caused all this, there is cadres from his political party. Too. Because why? You saw the Secretary General insulting the Archbishop, calling the Archbishop Lucifer. Has the government apologized over that? The government hasn't apologized.
Well, what exactly do you mean when you say the people that have caused these are the cadres?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm coming there. I'm saying the people who have caused this are the cadres, because the stakeholders of the country, it's the church, the traditional leaders, and the NGOs. These are the stakeholders who usually help the government when there are problems. But now, the president saw it fit for his Secretary General, his CEO of the party, to insult the church, the church leaders, like the Archbishop of Lusaka. He was called Lucifer, Satan, White Satan. But all the leadership from the UPND and the government, led by Ms. Againde Ichirema, have been quiet over that issue. We haven't seen any apology. Even from the same Secretary General, there is no apology for calling the Archbishop Lucifer. Now, if you have called the Archbishop Lucifer, how can the church come in and even help you to govern the country? They won't come in. Even if they have seen to say you are making mistake, they'll just be quiet. They will be watching. That's why even this issue, they saw the government going to court. They haven't advised the government, because they know to say the government, it's the I know it all. I know it all. Because if they were in good boots with the church were going to step in to say, no, Mr. President, you can't take the family to court. You already did to say you have called off the national money. You have called off the national money. So you can't go to court. Let them bury, because those are the wishes. We saw in Nigeria, where the former president was buried home, because that was his wish. He said he was buried where he used to sit to have nice time. That's where he was buried, at his home. That was his wish. But now, if there can be those wishes, but if the leadership which is there is good, like when KK left us, when he said that you'll be buried by the farm, when the leadership, they tried to negotiate with the family, and then they came to a conclusion. And the conclusion, we saw KK buried at Embassy Park. Why? It's because the church came in, the traditional leadership came in. That's why you saw there was smooth, there was no insults. There was no even the matter to say, no, it's in court now. No, we'll win, the government will win, no, there will be a loser. But look now, today. They want to see, to say, who is the loser and who is the winner. Which is not supposed to be like that. And also the president, that's what I'm saying, that the government have caused it because whatever the president said, it's policy. So if the president can issue instruction to say, I don't want any cadre, regardless of any political, any political affiliation, I don't want anyone to issue statement. Let's leave it to the government and maybe to the political party where the former was coming from. Maybe to leave it to one person who can be updating, and also from the family, also the family representative who can be updating. We are not going to reach where we are today.
Right. We saw.
So this should be a lesson to say, in governing the country, you can't govern the country alone. You need people. You even need those voices which even criticize you, because that's how a good leader, that's how you can say that this is a good leader. And this is now, you can tell to say, oh, they are making a mistake. I can correct things like this. I can correct things like this, but not the way things are today.
Right.
Things are today, it's difficult. You can't talk. You can't do anything. When you talk about, when you try to advise or when you try to do what, it's either you'll be kidnapped, or maybe you go to prison or cells, or maybe if they'll force you into exile, or maybe they'll grab whatever you have. That's where we are today.
Right. At the time President Lungu died, when there were issues surrounding his repatriation, we saw the government and the family of the Lungu family get into an agreement as to how President Lungu is going to be repatriated. President Lungu's remains are going to be repatriated to Zambia. When the actual day for the repatriation came, we heard from the family spokesperson saying that they will not be repatriating his remains because government had breached the agreements that they had earlier. Now, let's maybe say had government and the family just sat down to talk about how best they can work around the issues of repatriation, even without the traditional leaders and the church. Let us speak about government and the Lungu family. How best do you think the two parties can reach an agreement and have President Isiel's remains repatriated to Zambia?
Although right now it seems that it's too late, because you know the things which I've said, to say the cadres they have contributed to where it is today, it's difficult, and we are not seeing and it can't be a dignified battle, because you see where the dead is being insulted while it's in the foreign land. What about if it comes in the country? How is it going to be insulted? So I don't think they can be even respect. That's why I'm sure the family, they have decided to say, no, it's not a good time now to bring the former head of state back home. But obviously in future, when all these issues which we are talking about, the cadres insulting, when there will be rule of law in the country, when there will be order in the country, where the cadres can't issue any statement against the dead, where cadres can't insult the dead, where cadres can't insult the family, where cadres can't even in code names, trying to say no, let's arrest the family, let's arrest the dead. Yes, I'm sure that time when it comes,
right,
when there will be freedom, when there will be democracy, when there will be peace, yes, then everyone will call to say, okay, let the former head of state now come so that we can bury. But as it is now, I can tell you to say the weather is not okay for the head of state to come back.
All right. Let me open our phone line, Honorable, this afternoon. If the phone has been buzzing, and see if we can get a few calls. But time also doesn't seem to be on our side. Our dear viewer, the number that you're calling us on is 0770813728. That is the number that you're getting in touch with us on. We have Honorable Emmanuel J. Banda joining me via video this afternoon on the National Pulse program. You can call us and be part of the conversation, and also do reach us on our Facebook page. It is Millenium TV Zambia. Leave us a comment in our comment section and be part of the conversation. You can also send us a direct message to the number that is on your screen. It is 0770813728. Good afternoon.
James calling from Copperbelt.
Yes, Mr. James.
Let me use in my local language.
Please go ahead.
Bajeje I'm sure balengwa. Kulando kusuma bajeje amfika fyonse. Yaling badame kushadi. Eriyo mwalumbire bajeje okwe bamchitaptapti. Barabe n'abantu mwalumbire batatu evingoma n'abashara treva mwende gushe chishinka bali abantu bamchitaptapti pero ya kulekeresha. Mushe mwafuta bamika tabantwala hospital kulamwaire. Ba police according na Zambia police na ba home affairs minister bajaki mwe balangiro kwe batimwe bajeje mwali mutwike mu hospital. So nefo okwishiba na ngure cyaro kirefo okwishiba ushechishinga bajeje mwali mutwike mu hospital mwafumina pa window bachakwe bati tamuha butwike aba mifumishe pale ni banani cyari cyani irifo kwa mukalondorere cyaro apo mwali shara tamwalondorere cyaro efo cyari efo nefo ya inderesionte kwebe kala cyaro kwebe na Zambia tufuayo kwishiba efo fya endere efo fya shirepwa nefo mwafumine mu prison ukuya kutuka kula ku hospital kula misungire Petauke atotera mukwa
Totela James. Okay, 0770813728 is the number that you're dialing this afternoon to be part of the program. We have Honorable J. Banda joining us this afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello? Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Seems our caller is not ready to talk. The number is 0770813728. That is the number that you're dialing. Good afternoon.
Hello, Murishani.
We know Walishana Mashana Nikovale to Mina.
Katongo kusaka.
Yes, Wakatongo.
Empire. Depo shakoma naona ko Murishani abo.
Bali fe we no kwa.
Okay, tureba furuka barenda wino sana mkwaye. Tapikere bwino pera sishinka.
Volume ku TV.
Okay. Okay. Mkwaye na funyako.
Mkwaye.
Depo shako baona repoveso Murishani.
Na tumfaka de Wakatongo kutimwapitilisha.
Mkwaye. Awe ife tureba furuka se baona ko tonfore kainde tamba pora tonfore ko bamona ko to ari barufya. Kwaye karesi wo ni mkwaye bakete işte charonga tatarara mkwaye karesi yosini mkwaye esare basunga byo mutende turabafuruka twareba konka buno mu parliament wale turwirako.
Thank you, Wakatongo. The number is on your screen. It is 0770813728. That is the number that you're dialing to be part of the conversation. You're joining us also via our Facebook page. We're streaming live this program. It is Millenium TV Zambia. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, sir. Your names and where you're calling us from. Kindly speak up.
I am calling you from Kamara South.
Your names, please.
Mr. Piri.
Yes, Mr. Perry. Go ahead with your contribution or question.
Walishani wa Honorable Jeje Banda. Kwena contribution yange. Ndekwate. Representative nono. Kirandire po abanandi paka barantai. Kita number 1 na temo ba Honorable Jeje Banda bakonkanya poku ikaroko bali. Bantu mwesonderi yeso motuli. Muri umufimbira kabiri isonderi chindi. I'm sure very understand it then bandera. Area ili pusho ili akonkanya popi kutira. Honorable Jeje Banda kwali vaifintimo etabalanda into wafu inemuno charo. Because isire pili kutira ngata mule landa mule pere nkosho mule kosha ubuteko bulipo kutira. Ikatimbira kuta mwalanda etyo mwaenda kuizanga noko. Ikalonga cyari ishize ukuteka cyetare ngaba Honorable Jeje Banda bakunamuna cyaro mulandu wakutira barebe ngoma n'abashala batekya kuti ekyo ntarangire ekyo ikicara pera ipofwe bantu fwe ma supporters benu fwe bale mona icyo ubuteko bwa UPN buleteka tabuleteka bune cyaro iyo nangu panono kandi kwitwa temwa balanda muri urolo bari bakutira na ipo twayishiba fwe ma supporters twayishiba kutira ubunka roba ba UPN waisa babwero mukutira bwaba open icyaro cyawumva kutira icyaro twikere mona gupfe balenda kunze kurenda no kuyishiba na kureisho kutira ngati watipeka mtango yukuti bakuikata bakutwara mu Mateo nangwa msasa.
Totela sana Piri. Thank you so much for calling. Yeah. The number is 0770813728. That is the number that you're dialing to be part of the program. I'll take 2 more calls, then I'll let Honorable Banda respond. Good afternoon. 813-728. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Your names and where you're calling us from?
For the name, I would rather remain anonymous.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from within Lusaka.
All right, go ahead with your contribution.
Yes, my contribution on the impasse between the Lungu family and the state is that the state would have just would have compromised. Because looking at the issues before Dr. Lungu's death, it was you can't say there was dignity in him that was left, because despite him having the immunity, he suffered the worst. At the time that he had immunity, we had the junior police officers going to his home, trying to remove the gate, trying to do all sorts of kind of things, and some of them were even pushing him. Where was dignity there? There was no dignity. Even when he wanted to go to the hospital, he was being prevented. Where is the dignity? So, if you are to ask most of us Zambians, we know that there was a political impasse between the former head of state and the current government. And so if you want something that is dignified, the best that can ever be done is let him be buried like he died. He died a private person. What are the benefits in somebody's death? They are nothing. It is better benefits are given to somebody when they are still alive. And if you never got interested in their lives, for example, when he was in hospital, which government official reached out to him? There was nobody. Can you say there is dignity there? Then after somebody dies, you want to give him a dignified burial instead of giving him a dignified treatment, dignified.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anonymous, for calling through. Your time is up.
Thank you.
All right. We also have Smith on the line. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from within Osaka.
Yes, please. Your names?
My name is Moses Silongwe.
Yes, Mr. Silongwe.
Yes, madam. I just want to appreciate the program which you have brought. It has been long since we saw our honorable JJ. before I comment on my thing, there were two callers who called to ask you how Honorable JJ came out from the hospital and everything. I think that information is not for the public as for now. That is, I think it's in court, and it won't be good for the honorable to come out and start telling you, I thought it was like this, was like this. That thing has to remain like the way it is until that time. That's when that information can be disclosed. So I just thought of maybe telling those people not to expect Mr. Honorable to answer on that one. When it comes to the issue of the late President, Dr. E.C. Hale, we need to understand as a nation to say that ECO, they are the family which is supposed to be respected. Just like the way we have respected our current president, President HH, when he said he can't go to State House because it was in public interest. And all of us, we said, no, he doesn't want, and we can't force him. And there is no law which forces the president to go to State House. That's how we were convinced. So same applies to Dr. E.C. or the late. There is no law which compels to say you just have to go and rest at the Embassy Park. No, there's no law. There is no single law. So we need to treat this thing as the way it is. The family want to the issue to be buried in South Africa, leave it the way it is like that.
Mr. Silungweth, unfortunately, we have to let you go. Thank you so much. We want to see if we can pick a few more other calls.
Thank you.
All right. Honorable, I'll let you respond quickly to our callers, then we'll pick a few other calls before we wind up with our discussion.
Okay. Thanks so much. The first thing which I want to say is, the questions which they have put to say what happened about the abduction, who abducted, who did what, about the hospital, about that hospital issue. The matter is still in court. And for the abduction, I think the lawyer who took me to give the statement, I'm sure he updated the nation. I also updated the nation. You saw even those people who were mentioned, who were involved, they went to court. But when they went to court, I'm sure there was I wasn't present there so that we can discuss. And for the first time in the history of Zambia, where someone who is accused, the accused will go to court. He will go to court, will be the first one to go to court to defend himself. The accused is supposed to be taken to police. Then from there, the police, they're supposed to take that accused to court. That's why we have told you to say there is no democracy as we are talking right now. Because if the democracy and rule of law, immediately those people were mentioned, they were supposed to be arrested, taken to court, and then they were supposed to prove themselves to say, we are not the ones. Not just having a press briefing to say, I'm not the one. So I'm sure the people in the country, they are able to see what kind of rule of law is in our country. Right now, we have seen a lot of people. Check about the corruption cases. It's only one-sided. When those in government, the ministers, when they are going under security wing, they are saying that no, the public is not supposed to know. Someone who has stolen, the public is not supposed to know. Someone who has stolen is not supposed to be taken to police, but you are supposed to question the which they are supposed to question this government. This government, the law of law, which promised. People are being killed. The youths are being shot by the law enforcers. But the minister goes in public to say, no, police were defending themselves. But we saw under the late 6th Republican President, Dr. Edgar Chagwarungu, the issue which they were even telling to say he has killed some people, Nsamansa and Joseph Kunda. What happened? The police who shot those people is inside in the prison. Despite accusing, painting bad picture on ECL to say he killed those people. But now, go to Mfumbwe. You people, go to Mfumbwe. Those youths who killed them, go to Copper Belt, in Mfulira, in Chingola. Those people who have been shot across the country, the statement which they are saying it's the police were defending themselves. But during ECL, if a police you have shot someone, there was nothing like the police are defending themselves. There was rule of law, which means you need to account for it. But right now, there's nothing of accounting for it. There's the immunity. You can even shoot anyone. You are given immunity, and then you are being told to say you are defending yourself. It is not okay. So this is what even the people now, they are supposed to be worried of, to say, where are we going? Do we have democracy in the country right now? For the first time in the history of Zambia, our country, people are in exile all over. But Zambia is known to be a peaceful country, is the one which used to accommodate the people who are running from the war, from their country where there is war. But today, there is no democracy. That's why even the family have decided to say they can't bury in the country.
Right. Because
there's no democracy, there's no rule of law for the first time. Even our Christianity values, I don't know where they are. We don't have any Christianity values whereby the dead can be insulted left, right, center.
Let us pick another set of calls, Honorable. Time is not on our side. We'll pick a few other calls and then we wrap up on the other side. The number is 0770813728. That is the number that you're getting in touch with us on the program. Do call us and be part of the conversation. Do make your contributions. And also, you can reach us on our Facebook page, Ada's Millenium TV Zambia. We're streaming this program live. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, sir. Your names and where you're calling us from?
This is MK calling you from Kamala South.
Yes, Mr. MK.
Yes. Good afternoon, Honorable JJ.
Afternoon to you. How are you?
Okay, so I've got a few questions to ask. The ECL family and the government. My first question is, if our former head of state is really dead, why is the family insisting on a private burial and not having body viewing? Why is it that? Because we are patriotic Zambians. We are Zambians, and Mr. Edgar Chagwarungu, he was our father. He ruled this nation for 7 years. And for that matter, we need him back the foreign land. And I see many political parties are saying, no, the family. Family is big. Not only does he have those who are in South Africa, there are those who cannot manage to go there. Talk of the grandmothers, grandfathers, the nieces, the nephews, the uncles, they cannot afford. They want to see their own son here back in Zambia. They want to see him back in Zambia. So let us not just put saying the buried in South Africa. No, let him come back to Zambia. Despite having whatever.
Okay, before you start, I want to ask you a question.
Let us have him here in Zambia. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm sure, Honorable, you'll be able to respond to your question. Maybe you can ask your question to Mr. MK, and I'm sure he'll be able to respond.
Yes. For Mr. MK, I want to ask him, the way things are today, is he sure to say, even be peace. They can even be allowed someone. You saw the program. They refused everyone to go and welcome to go and welcome ECL at the airport. They refused everyone. Then the government, they wanted to make it private. Now is what Mr. Is it IK?
MK.
What is MK? That's why we said that yes, the border will come later on when there's democracy, when there will be freedom, when there will be freedom of speech, whereby everyone can speak without taken to court, without taken to police, without forcing himself to be abducted or to be beaten, to be tortured. Yes, when that time comes,
right,
when all these things are moved away, when people, they get independence, the Zambian people, when the same MK make sure that it gets independence, then the body now will come for everyone.
Honorable, allow us to pick another call. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Fine, thank you, sir. Your names and where you're calling us from?
I'm calling from Tendere East.
Your name, please?
I'm Richard.
Yes, sir, Richard.
Yeah, how are you, Mr. Honorable?
He's
I'm fine,
very
and you?
well.
How are you, Mr. Richard?
Are you in Millenium?
You're through to Millenium TV.
Okay.
Hello?
I'm getting the Honorable. How are you, Mr. Honorable?
He has answered. He's fine. Please go ahead with your question or contribution.
Okay. So the issue of ECL burial, I think let the family decide where they want to bury his
Yes,
loved ones. I think as for me, kwasu sensa nsenga kwa mumbi, nabila kuti sende namsenga kwa mumbi.
Richard, please make your contribution.
Namsenga kwa mumbi.
Hello? Timvela Kamban.
Ngani ya maliro Honorable ya banja. Kani ya banja, abanja ndiyo zio wafuna utaike nkwao. Olomanda se Tito Strata, se kumunzi akafa muntu Petauke mwasu mumbi mwala. Banja ndiye kuyolata kutuwa salale hapa. So legani banja ilamulile pankani ya maliro. Noti boma, boma ni ya banja lini, boma iwe la patiwili, niyo kusha kotia, tito kusha kotia la boma isuga, yukosha banja kutitiani. Kuya vie nipani pama perevera mweo, abanja. Noti boma ika tukuti itole mulilo wa maliro, Kwa nena kundulangako na kuona nkona, Honorable, takuye wani kuno kwa mumbi.
Zikomo kwa mbili, Richard. Okay, I'll pick another call, but maybe two calls, and we wind up with our calls this afternoon. The number is 0770813728. That is the number that you're getting in touch with us on. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Mr. Deska calling from Matero.
Yes, Mr. Deska.
Okay, good afternoon, Honorable.
afternoon to you. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon, Honorable.
You're saying, how are you, Mr. Deska?
Okay.
I'm
From
fine,
the look
and
of things, you can hear, just to take a simple reference from the caller by the name called MK, you can even understand to say UPND government, they are just lying. They can't bury ECL in a dignified manner. There's nothing like that. What their interest is just to see, to put politics where there's not supposed to be politics. How can you call national interest when someone is normal, and when someone is alive, you mistreat that person, and then you are supporting all those mistreatment? Then when someone is normal, that's when now you can call us national interest. What does national interest imprise? Are they talking about only the European members are the ones who have the interest to each and every body or to each and every person in this country, or what? Because because if they are talking about the issue of national interest, they were supposed also to consider the issue, who are those people who were near Edgar Lungu when he was alive? Who were those people who were helping Issei when Issei was being denied from accessing his medicals? There's nothing like to support to this current government today to say yes, they are doing it for a national interest. There's nothing like that. These people, they are evil. These people, they are very supportive to all evil ways what they are doing. So we can't support that as a normal human being in Zambia. We can't support that. That is unchristian.
Thank you so much, Mr. Thank you very much. All right, 0770813728. Let me just see if we can call back those that were trying to reach us via WhatsApp. The number is 0770813728. Do send us a message to the same number and be part of the conversation. Right, on our Facebook page, it is Millenium TV Zambia. Do reach us, be part of the conversation, and tell us where you're watching us from. We feature Honorable Emmanuel J. Banda this afternoon on the program. He is a former Petauke Member of Parliament, and he's joining us on Millenium Television this afternoon, and just to talk about what is happening in the country, national affairs, of course. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please reduce the volume on your TV, sir.
Okay. Nimveka manje hapa.
Umveka mazina na komeni mtumila.
Okay, na John from Libala.
Yes, wa John.
Koma awona lepo muri banje.
Nilipwina muri banje.
Umeninga bamuna wapambande. Abo ni bamuna. Okay. So, mukamba ko sabe pale babona lepo. Komana takumisi ngani maningi mangaziko. Ya kuyewani makamaka. Nayo bali kukwata bwata pali maliro aya maliro aba ICO. Banja inadanga ikulu maningi. Usanga kwa hiyo kushikira. Komatabe konzeni yanga chala. Yakuti basamushikire ku foreign land. Omuleti wamushikire muno mwati kuli konse azongazi ali mwati ndatana isa kumuona ako naye tete ganjiro kona baja kutiso kwanilisa kuti wangaende kuja ku South Africa tiba ganjire kona nao baja balafti koma ndino pondi bakombi mani kuona wajeje panda pa TV nitene kulira kunati umuntu wanga shuwa kuma namuona pana konjira mani kwambiri mani koma advise kuti basamushikire kutari isero please tapapata koma ndina ngusi kwanza kuyenda kwenye muleke ono kuti kuli poti azonga zimuzani bamushikire muno zakaida kamuona hichi ziko mokambi
ziko moga John. All right, the number is 0770. Unfortunately, actually, before I even say the number out loud, again, time is not on our side. I'll pick one last call and we allow the honorable to respond. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you, sir. Your names and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, I'm calling you from Southern Province. My name is Brian Malelongwan.
Yes, Mr. Brian.
Yeah, just a quick one. I think as a nation, we need to speak love and always preach about unity to one another in the manner that God created us. So, just to comment on, I'm following the discussion. We have the law that compels, okay? Then if a former or the current president, as long as that person has died, we have the law. But we do not have the law that compels the sitting president to shift from his personal house to the state house. Okay, unless I'm mistaken and my memory has to be saved. Okay, we have the 1993, okay, chapter 15 on the benefits of the former head of state and the current. It is very clear there. When we talk about the funeral expenses, the government will cover the funeral expenses. What are we talking about? So, as a country, we need to have the spirit of reading in order for us to understand these public documents. Otherwise, Madam, may God bless you and may God bless Zambia as we move forward. I'm pretty sure that by Monday, we are going to resolve and we'll be able to bury our former head of state back in Zambia. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brian. Unfortunately, that is where we close our phone line. Mr. Brian just called me Madam Speaker. But, Honorable, I'll let you respond to our callers as we're also winding up with our program.
Yeah, thanks a lot. What I want to tell the nation is the family is not saying that they will never bury in the country. The family, they are saying that they are going to bury in the country when there will be peace, when everyone will be around, when everyone will be allowed to come and even do body viewing, even the body to be taken even to the village, because all the former head of states, their bodies have been taken around the country, and especially even to the village where the former head of state was coming from. But this time around, they have refused to take even, the government refused even to take the body, even to Petauke where he comes from, even to cover Belt by his request where he grew up from.